You're watching Byline Wilmington on CBS 10 WILM. Here's your host, Don Ansell.
Sheck Soko is our guest. He's a musician, a teacher. He's toured the world. He left home on the Ivory Coast when he was 14, came to America, toured the world in a dance company, and teaches today for Dreams, and plays all around the area. Do you get booked outside the area?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Get booked outside the area.
I'm going to ask you, because we talked a little about what you thought of America as a boy growing up, and it was the place you wanted to go, and streets are lined with gold, and you could pick apples off of trees, as you say. But first, play a little bit of the African drums for us.
All right. So, this is the bass. That would be the tone. That would be the slap. And to combine these three.
Very easy for
Just
you.
Combine those three and great sound.
Why don't we put that on the side there?
Yes.
You know, when you usually play with, I mean, I've seen you with a group of 10. I've seen you with a group of 6. I mean, when
dancers and drummers.
Dancers and drummers. When Sheck plays with his group, it's so electric and it's so awesome.
Thank you.
Are you booked anywhere locally? Right
now, I do have a performance tomorrow. I'm booked locally, and almost every day I have something going on. Yeah, and to find out about what I'm doing, you just go online and you type my name, Sheck Soko, on Google, and you will see schedules, a website. Anyone who has me on the program will usually come up on the web. Great, because this is an act you should not miss. Not at all. All right, so growing up, America, streets lined with gold. Oh, yeah, you got here. Was it a letdown? Was it what you thought it would be? Well, when I got here, I was definitely excited to pick money off the floor and pick up fruit off any tree. I heard that apple would grow on other trees, and I was excited. And once I got here, few minutes later, I realized that it's not what I thought.
It wasn't what you thought.
And all the letters to me were actually upside down because I couldn't read English. Well, I couldn't, Right. So to me, everything was. It was a letdown. But then I understood and I moved on.
Where were you when 9/11 happened?
Actually, 9/11 happened. I had a place in Manhattan, downtown Manhattan, but I was in New Orleans performing. And my father called me and said, "Wake up, go to the television." And I went to the television and I witnessed. It was devastating. It was very devastating.
What was your reaction last week when you heard that Osama bin Laden had been found and killed?
It was relief and happiness. Yeah, it was someone that was being looked for so long. So to me, it was a happiness for everyone and for those one who lost loved ones in the disaster.
Did you have any idea about racial issues and America's struggles with those before you got here, and what do you observe since you've gotten here?
Well, when I was in Africa, I never knew about racial issues because maybe partly because I grew up with everyone looking like me and talking like me. And when I left, then I've come to realize that everyone doesn't look like me, and we're very different, and that's how we cope among each other. Some people decide that the differences actually separate us apart. And so I've come to learn both, the differences and accepting.
Do you encounter any racial issues?
Well, because it's not on my mind as a factor to things that happen in my life. I don't see them as obvious you know,
You're
other
not
people
looking
would.
for them.
I'm not looking for them. So, for example, when I was in New York, many times I've stopped taxi, and the taxi didn't stop, but then at some point I end up getting a taxi. Some people I've heard said it's because I'm black or I'm African American. And I tell them, well, it's their taxi. They don't have to stop for me or for you or for anybody. So it's a different perspective.
What were your thoughts when Obama was elected?
It was good. It's good to have a president, unlike places in Africa where there's not really a president. So it's good to have a president, and my hope was to have everything on the agenda done. And I think he has tried a lot of things.
Did his election say anything to you about America?
His election said America is a land of opportunity, and anyone can be anything they want to be. That, to me, was a milestone, telling the world what America is about. America it's very friendly. It's about change, and here's a result. You know,
As I mentioned, I've seen you perform many times, and I always get a sense that you strive to unite, yes, and communicate in a very spiritual way. Talk about that.
Cultural awareness, it's what I will say. Cultural awareness. I feel like the more people are aware of something, the more they've become they are likely to accept and understand, okay? So I'm teaching people about the African culture. And the more they have, the more choice, decision they can make from what they have. They're not knowing. I've had people tell me, it's Africa, lions running around everywhere, and I tell people, in the zoo, yes. And then now they understand, they're not going to go to anyone and say, oh, lions everywhere in Africa. Right. So I give them...
this summer you're doing summer camp for children, for summer youngsters.
Camp. Yes.
What's the age, and what do you do there? We have about a minute, so we got to do this fairly quickly. And how can parents get their children involved?
Age between 5 and 15 years old.
Okay.
And here in Wilmington, it's going to be between June 15 to June 20th to July 15. And it's Monday through Thursday. Parents can get through me through my telephone number, 916.
Well, your email. Let's do your email, because I'll put that up on the screen.
My email, sheksoko@yahoo.com.
Right. And that's up on the screen now, folks. Write this down. And what will the kids do?
The kids will learn to actually build an African drum and get to take with them at the end of the camp. The camp is 3 hours a day, 4 days a week for 1 month. The kids will learn to build a drum. They'll learn to do African dance. They'll learn to make masks and also African customs.
And there's still openings?
They're still opening, and please register by June, the first week of June. So we make sure that everything runs smoothly.
Register as soon as you can, so you make sure you get your children in. This is great opportunity, folks, for youngsters to get exposed to different cultural messages.
Yes.
Shek, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, next week, folks, 3 new political faces, all of them bucking the political establishment. They'll be here. You'll meet them on Byline next week. I'm Don Ansel. Have a great week.
You've been watching Byline Wilmington on CBS 10 WILM. Join us every Sunday morning as we explore the issues that concern you.